Hey everyone, it's KerryPlays. Welcome back to another video. Today I am building my very first snow globe. Now this came about because of the Sparke'd challenge that the sim gurus do, and I went ahead onto their website, had a look at the rules and says, oh, this seems kind of easy, so I guess I could go ahead and do it. So that is what I'm doing today. I did originally want to build a house in a snow globe, but with the platforms and things you'll see in a second here with the wall, it wasn't working. I don't know if I was using the platforms wrong, as this is also the first time me using them, and then I ended up not using them in the end because I couldn't get anything to work with it. So I think I was using them in the wrong aspect here, so I'll work on the platforms in another video at another time. So this does end up changing, unfortunately. And then when I realized I couldn't do the home with the walls not working, I thought, oh, I could do a river with a bridge over it, forgetting that I hadn't bought Snowy Escape yet, and I knew there was a bridge in that. So excuse my brain for having a moment there. And then I thought, oh, I'll surround it by water instead and do something that way. So I did that, and then by that point I forgot I had to fit a globe over this goddamn thing. So I was like, oh dear. So I do later on shrink down the water, you will see that. And then I couldn't remember how to use a custom pool tool, so I was having a bit of a moment with it. Everything was a moment in this video due to the fact that it had been over 20 days since I had opened the game and played it. So I was kind of having a bit of a brain fog through most of this video, and I was like, how do I do that again? I had to Google some of the cheats to open things, to get the debug items that I needed, and I was like, nope, don't remember it, brain's gone. So I had to trust my trusty friend Miss Google. Then I couldn't remember how to make a pathway to the platform, and I was doing all sorts of things, as you can see here, and I was like, this is not going so well. This video is gonna look absolute rubbish and like I can't build, and you guys know I usually can build, and I hate the fact that them platforms don't join onto each other. But like I said, I think I was using the platforms in the wrong way. So I am going to watch some other people's videos and how they use the platforms, and also do some practicing myself eventually when I get a minute, so that you guys can have a better view of my platform building. But to say this was my actual first snow globe, and I did put some quite thought into it. I had this picture in my head that I wanted, and it did mostly go as far as I wanted it to, apart from the fact I couldn't get the platforms to work. So yeah, there's that. I did originally build this in Newcrset, I do believe. Am I in Newcrset? I feel like I'm not. Then you'll see later on, I was so close to getting the globe to go over this video. Well, that would be fun, wouldn't it? To go over this lot. And I almost had it. I literally just needed to pull it 2 squares back and I would have got it, but it still wasn't letting me do it. This is where I realized the platform thing wasn't working, so I moved it into just a room thingy and went from there instead. So with the roof, I ended up having to move the build, and I do think I either moved it from Newcrset to Willow Creek or Willow Creek to Newcrset. I'll have to put that in the description box for you guys, because I can't remember, but you guys can probably see the lot and probably know exactly where I am anyway. So other than that, and it being my first globe, later on at the end of the build you will see me using a wall decor to create snowflakes, because the rules for the Sparke'd challenge, which I went ahead onto the Sims website to get, which I will link down below for you guys to make it easy for you. But there was obviously 3 lots of rules. There was one for the people that make Sims, one for the builders, and one for the storytellers. But in general, most of us, we could use any lot, world, or type of lot. DLC isn't required, but we can use it. There was no simoleon limit. All builds, cheats, and hidden objects were allowed. so we could go into the live edit objects and the debug items. No CC can be used, which is understandable. I don't use CC anyway, and no mods like the tool could be used either, and I don't use any of those either. So that's why I thought that this was pretty easy. I was also watching Havana Sims on her stream create her globe, and we were sitting there working out how to do the roof thing together, and it was a lot of fun watching her and seeing her do that. And she said you should totally do it, and I was like, how long do I have? And the ending date I do believe is the 14th of December. But like I said, I'm going to link the link for you guys down in the description box, so click on it and all the details will be down there for you guys. Now, I did originally was supposed to put an ice rink there, and I don't know why my brain told me that that was an ice rink, because it's totally not an ice rink. It is clearly a skating rink, but it doesn't matter. And then I built an awkward shape. Now the lights don't go around it properly, and that was making me a little bit mad, and my little bit of OCD was like, oh damn it. So I do end up leaving some areas without lights, but you can still see, but the snowmen come in handy to help light up a place. I thought a pond was appropriate for the park, being as most parks have a water area of some sort where you can either watch the fish or fish in there. So I wanted to add that, and with it being December now, yay to December. I love December. You guys know I get very excited every time this time of year, and so I thought it was appropriate to also use the snowman and the tree because I say so. So with that being said, did I mention about the decor item that's a wall item that I put around the globe? So with that effect, which you'll probably start seeing very shortly, you had to make your globe into what it would look like if it was shaken. So I was like, oh, there's going to be a lot of stuff I'm going to have to put in the air floating, and then I just wanted to find an item that would be suitable for that, which I do find. And then I realized while putting in my pretend falling snowflakes that you're not going to be able to see the build by the time I would have put the snow that is falling in the globe everywhere around. So, oh sorry, I've just knocked my mic, so if you guys heard that. So what I decided to do instead, this is where I had to go in and take away the snow because I couldn't see anything, and I wanted to do the terrain and everything that you can see that I'm doing right now. So with that being said, I needed, what was I on about again? I'm losing it. No, I found it. With that being said, I only put my falling snowflakes on the right side at the top of the build and on the left side, so there was still room for you guys to be able to see the build itself, because I didn't want it to ruin the visual of the build, and I still wanted you guys to be able to have decent screenshots of the build as well. And then I realised that I took the wrong corner out to make that water bit there, but never mind, it actually kind of worked out in the end. So yeah, so the snowflakes, you have to pretend not all around the globe, but for visual effects I have just put them on the right, the top and the left side of the globe so you can see. Then when I took my screenshots in game it was fine, but when I took the screenshots, because the globe is classed as a roof and in my game it was snowing, it was actually quite dark inside the globe, and I was like, how can I fix this? And I didn't really think at that point. I just took my screenshots, and then just realizing now I should have just popped in some lights that were hidden and really small to glow up the globe, and then we would have been able to see something. But it's alright, I did what I did, and I'm pretty happy with my globe, although I didn't get to make the house that I wanted and the river with the bridge that I wanted to do. When I started coming up with this idea instead, it was all flowing and going, so I was pretty happy with the end result. And I do like the, I think that's a Willow Creek boat, I want to say, and the canal boat. I thought they were a nice little touch to the river, so I made the river go around the outside like I said instead. So this is where I start to work on the roof. I didn't take it out because I wanted you guys to see what I was doing and what I was working with to try and get the roof to work. I did notice that sometimes it did not like that pretend room underneath it, and it wouldn't let me move the roof until it was gone. So sometimes I'd have to make the roof, and then I would have to delete that whole room, and then it will let me do it. Then I accidentally moved the pond, as you just saw there. Now it's floating in midair and I don't realise that yet. Then when the roof all of a sudden just kept running away, so I created these 4 pillows here to try and be able to maneuver the roof onto different sections to get it in the right place that I needed it. Then all of a sudden it was letting me place a roof without a room being underneath it, and I was like, is this even on the right level? And it turned out it was, but for me to get the roof almost there, which is what I was mentioning earlier, I had to delete those rooms, which I thought was weird because I thought it would have also made me had to delete the build with that being classed as a room, but it didn't. So this is where I was getting pretty close. As you can see, I almost have the tree at the back in there, and then I ended up obviously deleting it because I moved the lot. Then I work on it again, and I was so close this time. And then I was like, you know what, just for easiest, I'm going to put it on a bigger lot, and then I'm going to put the goddamn globe on. Look, there, right there. Literally, if I'd had 2 more squares over, I would have got it. So, but I didn't. So I'm about to move the lot onto a bigger lot. And this is where we are. This is in Willow Creek. I only know that because that building in the background, I know exactly where the building is, and that's in Willow Creek. And then I can finally get the globe on. And it was a bit of work. I did have to move the globe, which I was surprised it actually let me do as well with what was happening on the other lot. And voila, the globe is in place. And then this is where I surfed through to find my snowflake. So I decided to use this wall decal, and I was just checking that there wasn't something else I could use that would be better in this section. But no, this one worked out pretty well. I sized it up to a good size of snowflakes, and then I spent forever placing snowflakes. So I think you only see me place them at the top of the globe, but you'll see in the pictures and things that I do place it on the left and right as well. I did originally do a tour of the park, but for some reason the video stopped recording, so I have screenshots for you guys instead this time. So I do hope you guys enjoyed my snow globe build. Don't forget to give this video a like if you liked it, and this is what I meant by it was dark in the globe. This was the daytime, so I do apologize for that. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already a subscriber and you want to see more content from me, and don't forget to leave your comments down below. Everything that you will need will be down in the description box, so if I miss anything I'll mention it down there, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye for now.